Groovy. So we got Jim here today. I'm going to explain the basic foundation of music theory, and then we're going to put it through the eyes of the saxophone while you're getting ready there. And you remember how to set up everything and do, right? Cool. So I thought, right on. So what I want to do is show you, not really with the sight reading, but this, but I want you to see what these notes are on your staff. So one of the most important things, and I hope that you take towards this, it's called the circle of fifths. Has anybody ever talked to you about the circle of fifths before?
I've heard of it about it, but I wouldn't know how to
Right on.
play the circle of fifths.
I have it within inside my brain. So check this out. Circle of fifths. There is one key that has no sharps and no flats. Sharps and flats are called accidentals. Because when you play this note,
What is it? Accidental?
accidentals.
Accidental.
Yeah, and you use them inside of a key signature to alter a note. So check this. We've got a staff. We're going to put a clef on it, the G clef. The reason why it's called the G clef is because when we get rid of the top,
It's a G.
it's a G, which means this is your G. So now you know what notes are. So your G, A, B, C, D, E, F. When we go to F, we have one sharp. When we go to the key at G, you have one sharp. That sharp is F. Meaning, instead of going C, watch me now, C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C, how many sharps and flats are in the key of C?
Okay.
So when we say C, we have C, D, E, F, G, A, B, and then C again. C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Cool, I thought it would. The way we write them out in music is having the placement of it. How many notes did we just say? C, D, E, F, G, A, and B. C major has no sharps and flats, so when we play our saxophone or our piano,
What about C minor?
C minor, now don't jump ahead of me here. We will
Okay,
get into all
okay,
this.
okay.
I'm going to show you perfect, easy ways on how you can do this, but relatably, yeah, you're going to flatten the 3, flatten the 6, and flatten the 7. You can already see in your head what that is. C major,
Yeah.
C minor, C, D, E flat, F, G, A flat, B flat. So instead of having I sang it wrong. But here's what they sound like. No sharps, no flats, C major. We add 3 flats to the key of C minor. So when we play C minor, it has a different chord. You would do this, and you would put a B flat, E flat, and an A flat. So anytime you play this note, C, D, E flat, F, G, A flat, B flat, C. The key signature alters the notes on the staff, which is why when you start playing music, you try and play in these 3 keys. C has no sharps and flats, G only has one, and you already know what it is. F sharp.
F sharp.
You got it. So what I want to do today
I
is
thought
make...
that was F flat. No.
No, I mean F flat is an E.
F flat is an E. Okay.
Is an E. So 2 things that I want you to be able to do today is what we started off doing that you seem to have a pretty good understanding of. When you play something like C, you would have 7 notes in a row, C.
Is that C, that one in the middle?
Yeah.
Right? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And then the one up top, that's B.
B, A, G. And you want to be able to go.
A, G. B, A, G. Okay.
That one as well. Puts all down and this one.
I see.
Cool?
And what is that one you're doing with the pinky? What is that, a sharp or a flat?
In correlation to it, it would be flattening the note. Because if you played this and you played just your D, it goes down a whole step. This goes up a half step. This goes down a whole step. And the way
Up a half a step?
yeah,
And then
but we're
down.
getting into pads that are different. The idea is that's not really what I want to shoot for today. The
Right.
retention I want to shoot for is getting it able that you understand rudimentary foundation of just what notes are. So you can like look at music and go, oh, okay, I can do this. So you can have more fun with it. You're not just shooting random notes away. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So how's your stamina? Have you gotten it up? Like being able
Well,
to.
I haven't played in about a week, so it's been a while not having any reads. So, what, just be able to hold a note?
How long can you hold it? It's called breath supporters note duration, and it really helps with doing scales. So the idea is what we're going to be doing today is we're going to be doing this scale, C major. Actually, let's do G. We're going to go from a G note, G, A, B, C, D, E, F, and then G. When we do this, the reason why we're doing these is because you're trying to get through all of these and kind of break them up into four.
What was that? G A C?
Yeah, so we've
G
got
A C.
G,
and then
A, B, C, D, E, F sharp, and G. Why F sharp?
because it's G.
There's one sharp in the key of G. And how do you know? Because C has none. Do it with me. You ready? C.
C.
Do it with me. C, D, E, F, G. G, A, B, C.
C. F.
What comes after C, buddy?
C D.
You goof. D has two sharps, F and C.
Okay.
D, E, F sharp, G, A. A has three sharps. So watch what I'm about to do here. I know. It's hard in the beginning, but once you got it, you got it.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So watch what G looks like. Sorry. Oh, it's D. Hold on. Give me a second.
I
It's
know
been a
you're
minute.
going D to E.
Play a G. You ready? You do it with me?
Yeah, G.
Yep. You're good. Here are all your chords.
Oh man. Oh dear.
Okay, now take it really slow. 3 fingers down. Ready? Give me a good half note. 1, 2. You got it.
That
D.
that D
It's
I'm
hard.
I'm having a little problem with the D.
Cool.
Or you could hear it that it's not.
Yeah, it's
quite-
just-
it's a little high.
It's the
you know,
idea. Well, it's
a little-
not the intonation, I don't think. It's the idea of feeling confident. So how you fix
Right.
that is like this. What are the 2 notes that are right next to D? I mean,
E and F.
you got it. So watch this. We're gonna get rid of our 1 here. Do me a favor. Spell G major for me.
G M A.
Mm-mm. Not phonetically, but musically. What comes after G?
G H no. A.
Wah, wah. A, and then we have
B.
cool.
C.
You betcha.
D.
What's our only sharp in the key of G?
F.
You betcha. you now know two keys: C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C, G, A, B, C, D, E, F sharp, G. The next one is D, E, F sharp, G, A, B, C sharp, D. A has A, B, C sharp, D, E, F sharp, G sharp, A. You will see the pattern recognition, and because you already know the difference between an F and an F sharp, you will associate.
I thought that was F flat. That one.
Yes, but no. This is F flat.
F flat. That's E.
It is. F flat is E. And here's why.
Okay.
How many notes are in this scale?
How many notes are in this scale?
Yeah.
7.
Cool. When you play G and B together on a piano, not on our instrument, because our instrument is a single note instrument. It is a monotonal instrument. When you have a
But so you don't play chords. Then,
well, you do
right?
not, unless you are really good and then you get overtones, and then yes, you can play chords.
What
But
are you talking about? Like
you and me, no, we're playing single notes and having fun with harmonies.
what's his
So,
name?
sir,
Charlie Parker.
You got it. Yeah. Oh, absolutely. Yeah, it's amazing, dude. So do me a favor, play a G, and I'll play a B. Go. What we just did was called a major third,
Major third.
although it's in a different key. Because when you transpose, this is not an in concert C. This is an E flat. We would have to transpose down a third or up a sixth.
So the open note, that's D flat, right? The open
D
note-
flat or C sharp.
Or what do you mean? C
Well,
sharp?
here's the thing. Here's what I'm trying to explain to you.
What D flat is a C sharp.
You betcha.
Damn.
This is called
Oh.
a diatonic scale.
Okay.
Say it out loud.
Diatonic scale.
The reason why is all chords and all music is formed off of this. It's called a triad. Every time you play a G major on a guitar, you are playing 3 notes. You're playing G, B, and D. So when you do this on a guitar, or you play this on a guitar, you know this triangle looking shape?
Yeah.
The D, right? Well, that's a D, F sharp, A. In the key of D, you have D, E, F sharp, G, A, B, C sharp, D. So D, F sharp, A is how you play a D. What we're learning is this. Diatonic scales are based off 2 notes, a harmony. They're called dyads. When you put 2 dyads together, they make triads. All music is formed by tertiary harmony. Tertiary means stacking thirds. That's it.
Tertiary.
Tertiary.
Never heard that.
It's an advanced musical concept term. Tertiary harmony. It's what all music is based off of. I know, but here's the thing. It's in a video. You're going to go back and watch and be like, oh, tertiary. Cool. Nobody you know.
I don't have a smartphone to be able to download that video. So
Do you do the internet at all?
no.
Well, I'm going to make it for you anyways. And
What
if you ever
can
do-
you make it like a DVD?
If you want me to make a DVD, there's going to be a different time bracket. I'd have to give it to my IT guy, and I would have to have them make it into a DVD.
Well, that's cool.
Okay, I have no clue how to do it. I'll have them do it, and then I'll
Okay.
tell you what it is. I
All right.
don't know how much it'll be. I'll tell you before I do it though.
Okay.
Okay, cool. Maybe we should do all of the other sessions that we did and this one, and maybe put them on a DVD. As
Yeah.
well. Okay, cool. Not
Yeah.
just one thing. Okay,
Yeah.
cool. Collectively.
Okay.
Makes more sense. So just repeat after me this very basic system. There are 2 types of scales in the Western ear: diatonic scales, and they have 7 notes.
7 notes.
The other one is called a chromatic.
And it has 12 notes.
It has 12 notes. Just like a chromatic, when you're looking at the light spectrum, you and I can't see red band. It's outside of our viewer.
Ultraviolet.
Ultraviolet, something like that. That is called somebody who can see all colors. They would have a chromatic color frame, like a camera. Kodachrome. That's what they're talking about. All the light spectrum, chromatic. So in music, not only would you
all
have
the what? All the lights.
light spectrum,
Lights. Okay.
this note that you're hearing is a wavelength.
Right.
The photon coming out of this light, or the light coming out of a plasma ball called the sun, is called a neutrino or a photon.
Okay.
It's also a
I'm
wavelength.
into physics.
I love physics. It's just math and music. It's all the
Did
same
you ever
thing.
read the Tao of Physics?
Yeah, for sure.
That's an
Yeah,
excellent
I
book.
couldn't
I
understand
really-
most of it.
I really like that book.
So, really quick, keep with me. The chromatic scale has every single one of the notes, but it also has the note that's in betwixt. Because there's a note in between, it's not just a G sharp, it's also at the same time an A flat. It has 2 states of position, just like a quantum bit.
And is that the G major?
Well, here's the thing. Yes, no, it's a scale. G, whenever you go up a half step, you're augmenting. Well, 3 fingers down plus this note makes a G sharp. or
Oh,
an A flat.
Oh, and that okay. So
A
so G, that would sharpen it, and then A, that would flatten it.
So
How interesting.
So here's the idea that you say it. You and I don't say things twice. When talking, we don't repeat things. So why would I say G A B C D E G flat G? What happened to F, and why would I say G twice?
Right.
Sure, F sharp's a G flat, but I wouldn't say it that way. Therefore, you have an A sharp, which is also a B flat. You have a B to C. There is no B sharp, but there is.
There is no B sharp.
It's called a C.
There is, but it's C.
Yeah,
Okay.
C flat is a B.
C flat is a B.
Yeah, here's a C, right?
Okay.
When I flatten it by a half step, C flat, yeah, it's a
That's a
C
B.
flat, but it's a
Okay.
B. It has two names, like a first name, last
Wow,
name.
what a trip.
It is, isn't it? This is why I wanted you to learn this. And now that you've got a little bit of time underneath, now you got a little time under your belt and you can digest this a little easier, you will see how the note in between here is F. There is an F natural.
You know, it's interesting. F natural. I used to hang around with this trumpet player, and then one day he announced that I'm getting into the esoteric space between the notes,
Oh yeah, microtonal stuff.
and that idea.
That's just too much for me.
No, just that idea. It was so deep and just what I needed to hear.
Yeah.
Getting into this, because to me, the greatest thing about music is to be able to create space,
Yes.
so that others can join you. Like, I think like Jimi Hendrix was a master of space. Where
What
he
I
could
want
just-
for you is to think, because I know you're a deep thinker. What I want you to do is be able to see the basic fundamental principle behind these two concepts. What was this called?
the circle of this.
What was this thing called?
It's or
Diatonic.
diatonic. Not
You got it?
chromatic.
But you
Chromatic
know
is
them now. You know that there's two different scales, diatonic. And what does di mean? It means two notes. When you're playing a triad, you have three notes. Well, the first two notes of each one of these scales makes up why it's either a major chord or a minor chord. Now, for us, we don't have to worry about that. But tying that together with piano and saxophone and bass and all that, gold.
Guitar.
Just gold.
Yeah.
Seeing now that you've got these notes in between here, you should come up with two takeaways from this. There is no whole step between E and F and C and B.
Wait a minute.
These are
What do
called
you
half
mean,
steps.
No whole steps. So
These are
it's half
called
steps.
semitones.
Semitone, but
Or
it's
they are
half
called
steps
minor
rather than
seconds.
Whole,
They have-
so whole steps is what would that?
A
be?
whole step is called a tone or a whole step, or it's called a major second.
Major second.
Yes.
Okay.
The distance between G and A requires you to play 2 minor seconds.
Uh-huh.
A minor second plus a minor second makes a major second. Thusly, 1, 2, 3 minor seconds make a minor third. 4 make a major third. Perfect fourth, augmented fourth. Perfect fifth, augmented fifth. Major sixth, augmented sixth. Major 7, perfect octave.
What does augmented mean in this context?
Going up by a semitone, a half step, the shortest distance in the Western ear.
Because I know what augmenting breast means.
Yes. Going up by tiny
Enhancement.
steps. Watch what I'm about to do. Those were all 12 notes of G major, using all half steps.
Okay.
When I don't play every note in between, we just get 7-note scales. And your takeaway from today is to play a chord using an instrument that has one note at a time. you make patterns involving those three notes from a major chord or a minor chord. So if you're playing a song that's like
Sounds familiar.
sure, it's a million chords. La 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 la. One chord, four chord, five chord, one chord. So in the key of G, if we were doing something like, yeah, those are all seven notes, but you're not going to play all seven notes when you're playing with somebody. They're going to be playing a chord, and you're going to be like, and I want you to have the ability to go, okay, they're playing this chord. All I need to do is 1, 3, 5. What's a 1, 3, 5 in the key of G? What are those notes? You got it. Let's play G. Ready? Lift up two fingers, hit your B. Tighten the bottom muscle and push forward a little. Perfect. That intonation sounds great. And then throw
That's
a D.
the problem I'm having with the D is I'm having a problem getting the lip.
D is the hardest
I
to
believe
do
it. I'm
because it
starting to
jumps up an
realize it.
octave or stays low.
Yeah.
A lot of time it's like hearing. Let's see if I can do it on purpose. A lot of people hear that noise.
That's what I hear.
Okay,
That's what's coming
it's
out.
mouth embouchure. It's the wetness
Wait a minute.
of the reed and the thickness
Embouchure.
embouchure.
Okay.
Embouchure is the feeling that
so
your
I-
mouth makes when playing an instrument that is a woodwind.
So I might have not got this wet enough.
It's either not wet enough. You might even want a new reed. When you get a new reed, you soak those for 5 to 10 minutes. You'll notice a difference. The mouthpiece you have, if you buy a brand new mouthpiece,
Really?
it's a 100% different. These are garbage that come with the instruments. They're not bad, but when you get a professional mouthpiece,
How much are they?
lower end 60, higher end 400.
Damn.
Yeah, yeah. Don't buy a $400 mouthpiece until you
How
know
much
all
was
your.
that one?
$40. Don't buy a aftermarket
Can I-
mouthpiece
No.
until you know two scales. Know how to play.
Okay.
Play
But
D
so
and G.
it makes a difference, huh?
It does.
The mouthpiece.
You'll feel it vibrating differently. The type of material they use to press this, the plastic. They make wood ones. They make stone ones.
Really?
Metal ones.
Stone?
There's a whole bunch of difference.
Metal?
Yeah.
Dang.
Excuse me. I have to sneeze. So, here's your twang. Ready? G, B, and D. Take it back,
G.
take a deep breath, internalize
Wait,
it. Look at the
G,
board. G.
B, and D.
Yeah, look at these. Tree, 1, all of them. Go real slow. Ready?
That's G, A, D.
I didn't point to that. G,
B.
B, D. 1, 3, 5. Three fingers
okay.
down, one finger on, all fingers down. Go real slow with me. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, and go. Here is your practice till I see you next. Hopefully it's next week. Your octave button
Uh-huh.
off the first time, on the second time. I want you to practice to do it without the octave button. Watch me here. Hear how I didn't do it, but it hit the high D.
Right.
I squeezed down a little bit more on here, and I put a little less air through the fuselage, meaning the amount of air that was coming from my my esophagus, from my
I'm
diaphragm.
talking about aircraft now.
I am.
Fuselage.
Fuselage.
That's what that
Yes,
called?
inside of here you are pushing. Yes. Whenever you put air through a smaller space and you funnel it down, you're calling it fuselage because you're changing the way that the sound reverberates.
trip.
It is, isn't it? It's all math.
I was a crew chief for C-141 Starlifters.
Yeah.
I got, hey man.
It's all the same, man. If you
I
can do
love
that, you can do
kid.
this.
Hey.
So here's your takeaway.
It was
Do
fun.
it with me 2 or 3 times. You ready?
Wait a minute.
And here's the thing.
Oh God.
You are layering rather than playing.
Oh, I see. Like just going.
Yeah, what you're doing
like
is you're
that.
layering concepts. And that's good when you're going like, but those are called runs.
Right.
Those are things you do to make patterns. We're not there yet.
Right.
We're not there yet.
Right.
Where we are is at this.
Got to do just all together,
Yeah.
right? Put them down.
That's what I want you to do. Ha 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 ha. Does that make sense?
GBD.
GBD, low and high. GBD, GBD. Over.
So how do you get it to go? How do you do it to go high?
Two ways.
It's the way.
Two ways.
do
One,
with the lip.
you play and you loosen the heck out of your embouchure and you just go and put air through it. Practice just doing low Ds, all low Ds. No octave thumb. Hold the unit. Ready? 1, 2, quarter notes Ds. As soon as you get one, stop and go again. As soon as you get one.
I see.
I'm
Okay.
lightly touching the end of the lead right here.
Right.
I wish you could see inside my mouth. You know what I mean? If you could, it would be like,
Okay.
does that make sense?
Yeah.
And I can't do it for you, but what I can tell you, if you spend 15 minutes a day doing exactly what I tell you to do, within 1 month, I guarantee you'll be able to do like. They're just lines.
Like a bass line.
Yeah, like you play along with something. And the idea is if you know a key, if you're in a key that suggests you should play G, you could be like. And we'll talk about what those are, but we have to have a correlation part. You can't play blues and know 1, 3, 5 and then dominant 7 like we were talking about on the phone until you know that the dominant 7 is the one in between here. In here, we talk about all these. Well, what I want to do is associate all these notes. Minor second, minor third, major third, perfect fourth, augmented, perfect fifth, augmented fifth, or flat sixth, major sixth, minor seventh, major seventh. So when you're playing jazz and bossa nova and stuff, you use the major seventh. You'd be like, that F sharp sounds great, but if you want to play like blues, it would be F. Does that make sense? Cool.
And what about jazz?
Jazz is a mix between. You would probably do both. Both a major 7. You do runs. G, F sharp, G, F, E, E flat, D, D flat. And you would get good at doing them just in order. Once you learn one key on how to go, well, then you go up and you do A. And you learn how to do 1, 3, 5, 1, and you go down 1, 3, 5, 1, 5, 3, 1.
Oh,
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
When we say in music or in science or in the service, you learn it backwards and forwards, inside and out. Where when you wake up, you're like whoa, whoa, and you scream the circle of this: C, G, D, E, A, B, F sharp, C sharp. Those are all your sharps. C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C. C sharp, D sharp, B sharp, F sharp, G sharp, A sharp, B sharp, C sharp, D, E, F sharp, G, A, B, C sharp, D. When you go through all of them, when you go to the next one, you realize there is no D sharp.